This is my review for Joker, which it's basically, so the Joker doesn't have a set origin story. If you've seen The Dark Knight a bunch of times, they played at that. Every time he met new people, he would tell a different version of the story. I think in the comics, he had a thing where he was like, I prefer, if I had an origin story, I would prefer it to be like multiple choice. And that's really his thing with his characters. You really don't know why he does what he does, and he's just crazy. They decided to go ahead and make a movie for the new DC Black Label, which is going to be like these rated R DC movies for different origin stories for different villains. Batman, I always tell people Batman and Spider-Man have the best villains. The two best villains out of everybody. They have the most diverse villains. All their villains usually are complex. Joker's not really that complex of a character, and that's kind of what makes him stand out from the other ones. He's not one of my favorite villains, but he's still interesting. Heath Ledger killed the role. I like Jack Nicholson when he did it, Mark Hamill when he voiced him animated, and Joaquin Phoenix did a decent job as well. The movie's directed by Todd Phillips, who he directed Due Date, Hangover 1, 2, and 3, and Starsky and Hutch, the 2004 version. It has Brett Cullen, who plays Thomas Wayne. He was in The Dark Knight Rises. Narcos, he's been in a lot of things over the years. We got Shea Wiggum as one of the detectives. And we have Bill Kemp is the other detective. I've seen both of them in other things. They very familiar. A lot of the people who've been in here have been in a lot of different things. You've seen them before. Penny Fleck, who is Arthur Fleck. Arthur Fleck is played by Joaquin Phoenix, who's the Joker. Penny Fleck is his mother. She's played by Frances Conroy, who I love. She's from American Horror Story. She was in Castle Rock. She was in the Mist TV series. She's been in a lot of stuff over the years, and I love her and everything she's in. We also have Brian Tyree Henry, who has a role in the movie. You know him from Atlanta. He's been in everything recently. Zazie Beetz, she's been in a lot of stuff as well. She's from Atlanta. Deadpool 2, she played Domino. And we have Robert De Niro, who plays Murray Franklin. I think his last name's Franklin? Yeah. He's basically the talk show host guy. He's the big TV guy. And Brett Cullen, I say he plays Thomas Wayne. And then Joaquin Phoenix, who is a great actor. He plays the Joker. I heard him and Heath Ledger were actually really good friends as well. As just similar with Rambo, there's a lot of controversy around the movie because everything that happened with The Dark Knight, but also the director, he said he made the movie in a way that he wanted to. I think it was Taxi Driver and some other movie he wanted to be similar to. And he kind of wanted to show like how comedy is subjective and people think that certain things aren't funny. And the movie's not really, one thing that people got really mad about is the movie's not meant to be a Joker movie. It's his movie that he wanted to make, and they kind of slapped the Joker origin story on it because that was the only way he could get it made. So people are kind of mad about that. Like I said, I give honest reviews all the time. The movie itself is good. It's not nothing great. It's not special. I feel like that's where people are going to be divided. Some people will think it's great. Some people will think it's god awful. I've heard it both sides. People are like, I loved it. It was amazing. People are like, oh, it was trash. It was boring garbage. Me, I've seen it twice already, and it's good. It's a good movie. It's not something, I can see it a couple times, but it's not like that amazing. I don't feel that the story was too vague for me. There's a lot of stuff that they left out, and a lot of stuff wasn't executed very well. Like the whole thing with Joaquin Phoenix and Joker, he does a lot of dancing, like random dancing in the movie. I was like, I feel like that was fleshed out too much. Like, I know what it means, I know what it has to do, but it still is like, I'm getting tired of this. Like, stop dancing. I don't know what kind of dance you're doing. We know you're crazy. We know you're weird. We don't need to see you dance. Like, this isn't Black Swan. We're not trying to. This isn't Stomp the Yard. Like, Step Up to. Like, I don't need to see you do your whack dancing. Like, throughout the whole movie for a long period of time. I will say the cinematography is great. The score is amazing. Everybody's acting is really well. Everybody acts really well. Robert De Niro, like, he could really just He did his part. He could have been like, I'm gonna play this character, blah, but he did his part. He played that character very well. Joaquin Phoenix did a great job for what they wanted the Joker to be. I feel my only gripe that I feel personally, this isn't part of the review, but the movie doesn't work well for me is because most of me enjoying it was things that I've seen that I know. Like, I don't care much about Batman. I care more about his villains than him. But there's a lot of stuff that I've seen that I noticed just knowing a lot about Gotham, playing the games, watching the shows and the movies, and I read more into certain things more than the movie let on. Like, I did more myself and enjoyed it more because there's stuff that I read into and I understood and I knew. But as someone who doesn't really know much of that stuff, the movie didn't do the job of really kind of fleshing that out for them, which is not always their job. But also, I'm not fond of people who try to leave stuff super duper vague and then try to act like they did it amazing. Like, no, people are doing your job for you. I feel the real downfall of this movie, which is the only thing that I feel is another downfall for Venom as well, is Venom came from Spider-Man. That's where he came from. That's a part of his character. It's a part of who he is. Batman, like Joker said it himself, and that's how I feel about this movie. He said to Batman before that they need each other. Like, they're perfect for each other. They're a part of each other. One cannot exist without the other. And that's kind of how this movie is. Like, the movie can be good as it is, but Batman and Joker need each other. Batman without Joker is not as great. Joker without Batman is not as great. They need each other. Joker said it himself, so you know. But the movie was good. Definitely worth seeing. I say form your own opinion. I know a lot of people are worried about opening night because of what happened with The Dark Knight. I know there's been, like, The Dark Knight Rises, some other stuff that came out, and nothing's happened since then. Just be careful. A lot of people are hesitant to go to the movies because of situations like that. When we left, the second time I saw it when I left the theater, we actually saw a guy dressed up. He had the green hair, he had the makeup, he was dressed up just like the Joker from this movie. It was really cool. Got a picture with him and everything. It was great. But, may not be the same situation. I don't think anything bad really happened, like nobody's got hurt or killed or anything yet, so let's hope and pray that none of that happens. But you always have to be cautious no matter where you go. Like, I go to movies all the time, and just because I'm okay and I'm safe and nothing happens to me doesn't mean nothing's gonna happen. You just have to be cautious, safe, and know that you're taking that risk. But I'm praying that nothing happens to you guys, and I know you guys are too. But the movie was great. It was amazing. I enjoyed it a lot. Still doing the giveaway. I think only one person commented on my most recent videos, and so that's who I'm gonna go ahead and let be the giveaway winner, because there's only one person to choose from. So he's gonna get to choose one of the 3 movies: Aquaman, Bumblebee, and John Wick Chapter 3 4K. There's still gonna be 2 movies left, and I'll do another giveaway. There's so many movies coming out. But definitely, I say see Joker, form your own opinion. It was good to me. I enjoyed it more the second time. I'll say that. But thank you guys so much for your support. I truly appreciate it, and I hope that, and thank you so much. Don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe. So the giveaway winner is Jay Starks. He was the only person to comment on my last 5-6 videos. So he wins, and then I'll do another giveaway for the other 2 movies and so forth and so on. But Jay Starks, you are the giveaway winner.